Hey there, welcome to Takeaways with Tim. You know, every single morning during the week, my first stop for the day is the ice bath. I will go and spend 20 minutes inside a 9 degree Celsius pool, and I'll just sit in there for the first 20 minutes of my day, and I'll just sit there in silence, usually just breathing. But guys, the very first minute that I'm in there, my body is gripped with freezing cold water on my skin, the sharp pains, my mind's racing, I'm trying to catch my breath. And I think that's the same with pretty much anything, any journey we take in life, anything we set out to do. The most difficult part of that journey quite often is the very beginning. They say that the hardest step to take in a race or for a runner is that step out the front door. Or I think Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. puts it so profoundly when he talks about this quest for justice. He says, faith is taking the first step even when you can't see the whole staircase. And there are so many of you out there, so many people involved, volunteering in your community, serving those that are oppressed, the poor, those in need around you. And it seems to be a fight. It seems to be a real challenge. A lot of you involved in charity work, and maybe you're starting a business, whatever it is that you're involved in, you're trying to make a difference, and it seems like it's this constant step up the staircase, and you don't know when you're going to get to the top and kind of breathe a sigh of relief. But I want to encourage you guys, just take the first step. That is the hardest part. You know, it took me, I don't know how many takes just to record this video, but the hardest part was just pressing the button record and starting to talk. You know, it reminded me of this last episode that is just released this week with the Mantua girls. These are incredible women that are empowering refugees through a social enterprise called Mantua Sewing Studio. They're using the expertise and skills of refugee and migrant background women, providing leading edge manufacturing for fashion labels. Their business is booming, and it just was exciting to talk to them. But as they were sharing, they shared really quite honestly about the challenges and the difficulties of beginning this social enterprise. And guys, it's a lot of hard work at the beginning, and I just want to encourage you, anything that I've done, I know it's always been challenging, just getting the wheels going. But I want to encourage you today, what is it that's on your heart, on your mind, that you want to do? Remember, just take the first step. Just get that front foot out the door. Dip into that ice cold bath. Whatever it is that you want to do, just remember, just taking that first step. It'll be the hardest step, but it will be the most rewarding, and it will set you on a trajectory to achieve your goals, to make a difference. Guys, thanks for tuning in to the podcast. I just want to share one more thing, because I'm going to be taking a leap, a step that I've never done before on Saturday with a bunch of friends and colleagues here at You Belong, as well as some fellow refugees that have recently settled here in Australia. We're going to be jumping out of a plane for a campaign called Dive to Thrive. We're trying to raise funds to continue the work of You Belong. And it was just this morning as I was out in the surf, just kind of minding my own business, when my friend paddled up to me and said, "So, are you excited about your jump out of the plane?" And it just hit me. I've been talking about it on social media, but I'm like, suddenly I realized, man, this is it, man. If I jump out of this plane and the chute doesn't go off, all the crazy things your mind goes through. It's going to be a fun thing, I'm sure, but I'm just so inspired by people like Barbara Blewett, 71 years old, jumping out of a plane because she wants to see refugee and migrant background families thriving here in Australia. I think of my fellow refugees who have done some incredibly courageous things in their life to find finally find refuge and safety here in Australia, and they're willing to jump out so that the work of You Belong can continue. Guys, if you have a spare moment, jump on over to our My Cause page. I think it's mycause.com.au/Dive to Thrive, and you can sponsor one of the fellow divers to help us raise those funds. Thanks for letting me chat to you today, and remember, take that first step. It's going to be the hardest one, but it's going to be the most rewarding one. You can do it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you next time.